Hi, everybody. So glad you're with us. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Thomas & Mack Center just off the Vegas Strip for a much-anticipated main event. 12 rounds in the heavyweight division between Muhammad Ali and Lennox Lewis. Muhammad Ali's entourage has that look on their face. They know they've put the work in, and you can see how confident they are for the battle that lies ahead. Lewis is not throwing any fuel onto the fire for his opponent. He's just making his way down to the ring in a way in which he's checking that time card, ready to punch in and get to work.
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up and let's go.
Just the opening round of 12 scheduled for tonight's bout. He's always done a good job of keeping his opponent off of him, yet setting up his own offense. I'm assuming we will see a lot of the jab out of him tonight.
Yeah, well, assume that he's going to fight a fight like his opponent has BO, body odor, and he just wants to stay away from him, and he's going to use that jab as a fan. Well, not a fan, but sort of a measuring stick, a separation stick.
Heard a lot of people in the lead up to this fight, Teddy, saying they like Lennox Lewis over the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali, but still a lot to overcome for Lewis in this matchup.
Well, are you kidding me? First of all, the character of Ali, not to mention that Ali has a better chin, so if he does catch him, Ali has the ability to survive, but I'm taking Ali because Ali's not going to allow, I don't think, Lewis to use the asset you talked about, his physical size, his strength. Ali has those legs. You forget about that? He's going to use those to keep Lennox Lewis off balance.
Lennox Lewis is rocked by a huge hook to the head. There's Lennox Lewis with a signature right hand.
Yeah, good work.
Halfway through round number one. That's a fierce left hand that landed by Lennox Lewis. They're not exactly getting to know each other. They're just beating the hell out of each other early on here.
Yeah, Joe, if this keeps up, they're both going to have headaches, and we're going to have one of the great fights to talk about.
Lewis is well off the mark that time. At the end of the 20th century, many of the greatest of lists were all topped by Muhammad Ali. In fact, Sports Illustrated named him the sportsman of the century. I know Babe Ruth had a great effect on baseball. Michael Jordan's probably the greatest basketball player of all time. But I don't know that there's anybody that touched the world stage the way Ali did.
Well, there probably isn't. At one point, he was probably the most recognizable face on the planet. I mean, everybody knew who he was. And also what he stood for. You know, he stood for freedom. He stood for power, for strength. And he stood for, most important of all, individualism. And that's how he lived his life in and out of the ring. You know, he was very, different in that ring in his approach, his style. And that wasn't by accident. It was to stand out and show that everybody is unique.
So they close out that round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. And Teddy, I know you watch very closely how these trainers go about their business. You were under the tutelage of one of the true legends of the game, the great Customato.
Yeah, I mean, I was fortunate. Quite honestly, those opportunities, situations probably don't exist anymore because we've lost a lot of those, really great trainers and managers that boxing was their whole life. I spent 7 years with Customato, and I learned the nuts and bolts from a physical, technical point of view of what's important to give to a fighter, but the psychological part. To understand the pressures that a fighter is under, the fears that a fighter deals with. And if you don't understand that, all the other things don't mean anything, because you have to understand how a fighter's feeling to understand why he's behaving or not behaving a certain way.
Missed the target with that hook. Lennox Lewis is able to land a nice, clean left hand. Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. See him trying to cut down that tree with a well-placed right hand. Not able to connect with the uppercut. That's it. A stinging uppercut by Muhammad Ali. Halfway through round number 2. Teddy, many times with Lennox Lewis, you get a feeling of where things are headed. It just may take a while for it to get there.
Yeah, I think it's headed to a right-hand land, so to speak, because that right hand, at the end of the day, is what Lewis is looking to connect with.
Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Able to dismiss that body shot. Watch that. That right hand is becoming a crutch. He can just lean on it now. Scored well up top. Protecting his head well with his guard. Final 10 seconds of round number 2. Muhammad Ali with a huge right hand. Lewis is good, clean, and effective punching damaged his opponent in that last round.
I want you to use the ring and keep your distance. Circling, don't stand in front of him.
Nice work on the outside. Keep it up. You're fighting his rhythm, okay? Don't fight his fight. There's no need to fight his style. You're not going to win that way.
And round number 3 is underway. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Lewis is keeping his guard up very, very well. Teddy, does it help to have the speed that he has?
Sure. Anytime you have speed and you can put it into the equation where whatever you're doing, it has to be technically right, but now you put speed, you're doing it even better. You're doing it at a higher level.
Watch that!
Ali's able to avoid that punch.
Unload! Unload! More punches!
Ali's putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination.
Circle him! Move! Jump on!
Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Ali's fatigue is starting to play a major factor in this fight now. He is having trouble landing any of these punches.
Yeah, and it's not because his opponent all of a sudden is a great defensive whiz. You know, he's not Claude Rains. He didn't all of a sudden become the invisible man. It's just that he's not landing because he's throwing him from too far away, as you said, very tired.
Good job snapping out that jab.
You know, if you're watching Muhammad Ali, you know you need a jab to move on the outside. But if you're coming forward, you need a jab, and there's proof of it.
Well timed by Muhammad Ali. He took a step back, landed the counterpunch.
Exactly what he wanted to do.
You just look at Lennox Lewis, and you see a primed, chiseled athlete capable of big things.
Yes, you do, and that's part of it, but a small part of it. Then you got to take that prime, chiseled athlete and make him do those things. And mentally and technically, Lewis has found a way.
Way to block there. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Lewis is putting together punch stats tonight that fall right in line with what his strategy is. Outside fighter, throwing lots of jabs, landing lots of jabs.
Well, what it is the jab is a table setter. And the jab tonight has set up the table where he's been able to eat whenever he's wanted.
You're still not moving enough. Move, move!
If that keeps up, this is going to be a good night. The right hand scored by Muhammad Ali.
Keep your distance, all right? Okay, relax. Relax. Take a deep breath. I need you to focus and anticipate his punches, okay?
Nice work here. Good job. Carry it away and you catch him. You got that?
Well, if things continue like this is going to be an interesting stretch run of this fight. Beginning of round number 4.
You need to block more.
A solid uppercut by Muhammad Ali.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Lewis. Lennox blocks a punch.
Come on, kid, focus.
Good block by Muhammad Ali. That's a huge left hand from Muhammad Ali.
Focus.
Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Frustrating his opponent with great defense.
Work the body, kid.
Halfway through round number 4. Nice job doubling up the jab by Muhammad Ali.
In and out, in and out, in and out. Let's move.
Ali's in a cycle right now that's not paying off for him. He has been busy. Yes, he's committed to trying to be on the attack, but not enough of these punches are landing.
No, I would not call this guy in, from what I've seen, to paint my house. Because, I mean, this guy looks like he paints graffiti boards. I mean, he's just throwing stuff in there, like you said, and it's just, it's not making the picture you want to see. It's not accurate. It's not effective.
Don't let him get to you, kid.
They're sending more than one at him now. The combo to the head. 10 seconds to go in the fourth.
I don't want you to slug it out with this guy, all right? Keep your range. Jab, jab, right, okay? Keep circling, keep circling, keep circling. Don't stand in front of him.
Listen, I don't want to see you against the ropes. As soon as you feel ropey, move out. Relax, relax. You can do this. You know you got this.
You don't need that. No, throw that away.
Back to live action now in what has been a closely contested fight. One of those fights that somebody is still waiting to break through and be a difference maker in. Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counterpuncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
Jab and a straight by Muhammad Ali. Trading right hands. Boy, is this a dangerous biz.
Left and right, left and right.
Right to the body.
Move, move.
Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half to go. Two snapping jabs by Muhammad Ali. How about a return to sender with the left hand? Lewis has given us a good showcase of defense here tonight, especially up top. His head movement is just sublime.
And his opponent's cooperating with him a little bit because he's getting frustrated. He's looking for that big shot, and he's continuing to miss. He's making no adjustments. A guy's moving his head. You know what you want to do a little bit?
What's that?
Well, you want to feint him a little bit. Make him make a premature move. And then when he moves to either side, then you time him with a punch. Don't just go out there flailing away.
That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Muhammad Ali.
Oh, keep your distance.
Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds.
Back to the body.
And that's the end of round 5. Lennox Lewis's defense is going to need to shine when he gets back out there. I mean, just look at the close-up of that cut we're seeing.
Yeah, he's got to use his legs. You're right, Joe. He's got to get out there and buy some time for those medicines to work.
Don't stand toe-to-toe with this guy. Keep your distance, all right? Where's your body work? Hit the body.
I'll give you one. Hold it. More blood? Yeah.
The start of the 6th round. Nice 1-2 by Muhammad Ali. He comes with a straight right hand.
Keep working the jab.
Well, that was his intention, and that's what he's doing. Not engaging in the fight, but clinching. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Lewis is really making some boxing purists out there put a smile on their face, because his defense has been stellar. I mean, so fundamentally sound.
Yeah, well, that's why he always goes rounds, and that's why people think he has an iron chin. I don't know if he has an iron chin, because the chin never gets touched. He's a guy that's always going rounds because his defense is so good.
Two snapping jabs by Muhammad Ali. Halfway through round 6.
You're not focusing.
Back to the body.
Good job protecting himself. Double jab by Muhammad Ali. Working our way towards the bell. Last 10 seconds of the 6th. End of the round is upon us, and we have a fighter in front of us who just looks gassed. He looks tired. Now, Teddy, what can he do to overcome that when this fight starts back up?
Well, first of all, this is where you search into those corners that you're not forced to search. Kind of like when you were a kid and your mother told you to clean your room and go into those little nooks and crannies where you never knew there was dirt. Now you got to start looking into nooks and crannies inside yourself. Places you didn't know were there before. You better find them. You better find them quick.
So with the start of this round, we've reached the halfway point. Be interesting to see what we're in store for down the stretch of this fight.
Nice work. Nice work.
Showing you some defense there with the block.
Keep your head moving. Looking good.
is clearly committed to the strategy of footwork, of movement, of staying away and staying out of trouble.
Yeah, he's got plenty of air in those tires, and he's making sure that he's using them. He's spinning them around that ring. He just has to make sure that he doesn't get predictable where he's going straight back. He goes straight back, you can always time him.
Unload! Unload! More punches!
Nice strike after catching one by Lewis.
Hey, 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 let's go.
10 seconds to go in the seventh. Sharp and accurate 1-2 by Muhammad Ali.
Slug it out with this guy, all right? Keep your range. Jab, jab, right, okay? Keep circling. Don't stand in front of it.
You don't need that. No, throw that away.
Keep this fight in the center of the ring, okay?
We got it.
Keep moving. Keep your hands moving, and you'll beat him to the punch.
All we need is water up there, and that's it. You don't need that. No, throw that away.
Ali's not looking so hot right now. He's down on your scorecards, that's one thing, Teddy. But as we start this 8th round, you can just see that he doesn't have much left.
Well, you know, this is the test now. I mean, this is the time where you separate the men from the boys. Do you want to be a fighter? Do you want to be a champion? Those questions have to be asked, and they have to be answered.
Already trailing on your scorecards as well. A headshot blocked. Muhammad Ali's throwing lots of punches and not many are landing. But what's that old saying? Hey, you put enough out there, something's going to stick.
Well, at least he's controlling the rhythm. He's keeping control of the pace right now. And at least when you're throwing, your opponent, for the most part, he's being handcuffed a little bit.
He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Muhammad Ali. The halfway point of round number 8. And there he counters back against his opponent. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Oh, and he goes down. Lewis is down, but Teddy, he looks fine. He's shaking it off right away.
Yeah, I think he's more embarrassed than hurt.
One, two, three, four, five.
So the knockdown scored against Lennox, Lewis, and we'll see what comes of it now. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Muhammad Ali. the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Clock counting down here in round number 8. 10 seconds to go. Oh, he's in bad shape here. He's stunned and he's wobbly.
The only thing he has going for him is he's not a fighter that uses his legs anyway, and you can't use him right now. He's a guy that likes to move his head. He's got to start doing that. Try to cement those feet down the best he can and get some head movement.
Nice work, kid. Good job in that round. All right, listen. You need to create more counters, okay? Slip his punch and then throw a straight right down the middle.
Start of a new round. Lennox Lewis is making it look like the start of a fresh fighter. Remember, he was stunned in that last round, but Teddy, he looks fully recovered now.
Well, it tells me two things. One, he has good genetics. He recovers fast, you know, physically. But it also tells me he had a good camp. He came here in great shape, and he's getting the benefit of that right now.
We got a fighter who was knocked down earlier, who, as you can see, is still going about his business the exact same way. Let's turn the tables a bit. If you're opposite that fighter, what do you want to do?
What you want to do is just keep going. Hey, you know that old saying, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Well, he's giving it to you, keep taking it. Keep going to that well until there's no more water. If he's giving you an opportunity to catch him with the same thing, keep doing it.
Able to dismiss it. Lewis, his trainer, is telling him, hey, just stick with what you've been doing. Yeah, but what he was doing caused him to get rocked earlier.
Yeah, sometimes you have to make an adjustment. Now, they don't feel it's time yet, but that time's coming. It's coming quick.
Last 10 seconds of the 9th round. This round comes to an end. A round in which this fighter threw a lot of punches, didn't land a lot of punches. I'll tell you, what advice can you give to him if you're the trainer?
Well, first of all, deal with the psychological part. Joe, don't forget, 75% of this game is psychological. Don't let him get discouraged, because even though he's not going to say nothing, in his head he's starting to get discouraged. Just say to him, hey, listen, you're going to catch him. Let's shorten him up a little bit. And you know what? He's moving his head, so go to the body. Because now you're going to hit him a little in the body, because the body's not moving.
And now they start round number 10. He is staggered and stumbling. Nice block by Lewis. And we've reached the halfway point of round 10. A little head hunting right back to it. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head.
Hook off the jab. Let him go.
Good job staying away from the danger there. Coming to the end of round number 10, 10 seconds to go.
You're fighting his fight. You're fighting on the inside with this guy. I want you to use the ring and keep your distance. Listen, I want you to pick his jab. That's right. Pick his jab.
I don't want you to slug it out with this guy, all right? Keep your range. Jab, jab, right, okay?
Yeah, we'll get him.
He has a slight lead on your scorecard, Teddy, but nothing is guaranteed at this point. There's still a lot of work to be done as we start round number 11.
Yeah, Joe, he's got to keep that offense up. You know, a lot of times you get to the end part of a fight like this, and you're a little bit ahead, at least we have him ahead, and you start to let up on the offense a little bit. You know, you concentrate more on the defense, and the guy gets back into the fight. Keep that offense going. Pay attention to the defense, but keep the offense going.
Nice block by Lewis. Look at this swarming attack. Lewis is taking a barrage of punches. He could go down.
Looks like my screen door on my back porch. I mean, the mosquitoes, there's so many of them, and there's little holes. Some are getting through.
Wow, is he defensively sound. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Blocks away that headshot. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Muhammad Ali. 90 seconds to go in this 11th round. Lennox Lewis blocks that punch. Teddy, he may go down just by stumbling the way he's bumbling around this ring.
Well, he's got to stop moving. Actually, you never want to fight on the ropes. This is one time he probably needs to be on the ropes just to steady him and then move his head a little bit. That might be his only shot.
Able to cover up that gut. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Muhammad Ali.
Body shots.
Last 10 seconds of this 11th round. Lennox able to block that punch.
Nice work on the outside. Keep it up. Nice work. Keep it up. This guy never felt a beating like this. Just keep the pressure
All we
on.
need is water up there, and that's it. You don't need that. No, throw that away.
Nice work here. Good job. Don't fight his fight. Jab and move. Jab and move.
And they have reached the 12th and final round. He's jumping all over him now. Lewis is nailed by that shot. Absolutely rocked. He could go down here, Teddy. Took a shot. Now he gives a left. Ali's work in training camp is now paying off. Do you see the accuracy and the effectiveness with that combination? Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Lewis. Halfway through this 12th and final round. Well-targeted two-punch combo by Muhammad Ali. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Muhammad Ali. Unable to steady himself right now after being stunned. Good looking right hand after he got hit.
Pace yourself. Come on. Focus.
Last 10 seconds of the fight. Which way did it go after a very exciting fight now in the books? Let's send it up to the ring to find out. Lewis's performance tonight was exactly what he was looking for. And it's exactly what the judges reward. Good, solid effort, a unanimous decision.
Yeah, if he was a pitcher, he'd be getting a shutout right now. Almost a perfect game.
Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time ringside.